Well, good morning from Central Texas. It's 9:45 a.m. on Sunday, March the 17th, I think. And we're going to get back to my time right before I left, the last 6 months before I left Germany. And we did our little competition. We did Reforger. We were the damage control people for Reforger that year. And we did a few repairs. They brought us in. They sent us to a German highway patrol office, and we slept out in tents out in their parking lot. Went out every day and documented who was doing the damage around the area, because the United States had an agreement with Germany. If we couldn't determine who was doing the damage, we had to pay for it. So we always had a team that would go out and document German tanks running through the cornfields and such, so that farmers couldn't blame the Americans and get a big payday on it. So we'd done Reforger. We'd won the competition for Army Maintenance Company of the Year. We were back in the barracks cleaning things up and repairing all the needed things that needed attention. Indoctrinating all the new guys in. And man, we had a staff sergeant that had come to Germany, and he'd spent his whole military career, 17 years at the time he got there, needed an overseas tour to get his next promotion. Well, since he'd gotten out of basic training way back in the day, he had never done anything but been a supply room guy. Even though his MOS was combat engineer, just like mine was, this guy could not read a code book. He could not read a map. He'd sat there with the mic button pressed down the whole time we was talking, trying to look over the map and everything, and we're sitting up under the towers on the Iron Curtain fence there between East and West Germany. Old Captain told me to take him out of the front seat, place him in the back of the truck, and to take over for him. I said, "You do realize he outranks me by about 5 ranks there, right?" He said, "It doesn't matter. Put him in the back, run the map, run the code book, go do your tours." We finished up a 10-day tour in 3 days. I confiscated several things to help me accomplish my mission, and I knew where an old German bunker was. We were listening to the Super Bowl. It's January of '83, I think. I had a colonel and his driver there with us. We're drinking beer, listening to the Super Bowl, eating peppered ham and broaching. All in all, pretty good day. And next to the last day, the captain come looking for us, and we had the colonel's radio set to where captain could reach us on the channel of the day. And the party was over, guys. We had to go back to work. But anyway, I just coasted through to February. I left, and I think it was January the 30th I left Germany. Flew back home, took 30 days off, got to Fort Polk, Louisiana at the beginning of March. And man, it felt like summer to me, because it was so cold in Germany. We spent so much time outside that you get a numb feeling when you stay cold for so long. And it extends all year round, because it never really, 50 degrees, you're sweating yourself to death over when you're way up north. That feels really hot to you. So I had a good time. Just traveled around, visited a lot of friends and family that I hadn't seen in a couple of years over there when I came back through. Went to Fort Polk. I'm standing out there in a t-shirt sweating, got all these new folks. Met a cute little girl there and set up a date with her. Came that Saturday, I went to take her out, and she had decided she liked somebody else better than me and went out with them. And there you have it. So I finally get assigned, instead of putting me in the mechanized unit with the 2nd Infantry or whatever infantry they had there at the time, they put me in an independent engineer unit. And just so happened that this independent unit was assigned to ForceCom, which is just military jargon for some unit they came up with that they didn't know what to do with them, with their independent people. Well, I get down to my barracks and meet all the guys, and they're having a big controversy, and it all went to TV. The general's house had a fireplace, and they were burning wood, and you see smoke coming out of it. Some idiot let a reporter on the post, and that's a big no-no. But they took films of that, and all the guys out there freezing themselves to death at 50 degrees, and here I am sleeping on top of my blankets because I'm hot. Well, being an old farm boy and spending a lifetime of working on everything you had because it's all broke down crap, I got tired of hearing them whine like little girls, so I had my barbecue pit in the back of my pickup, and a big old number 3 wash pot that I filled full of ice and beer on the weekends, and a toolbox back there full of tools. I told this old boy from Des Moines, Iowa. Can't remember his name. Little chubby blonde-haired white boy. And I say that because he was like 17 or 18. Didn't know shit from Shinola. So I got my barbecue lighter out and I opened the side panel of the heating unit there in the barracks, the old World War II barracks. No AC and an old gas furnace type central heater. Showed him where the pallet was. I said, light this lighter and don't let it go out until you see a flame come on that little piece of pipe right there. Went outside, located the valve, turned on the gas. Voila, the boys had heat. There you go, simple. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I'm there, and I had bought an old 73 El Camino when I got back from Germany. $1,400, but when you're making $175, $200 a month in the military, it's quite a bit of money. But I drove the old El Camino over there and was getting to go fishing and things like that because you're really close to Toledo Bend, which is right on the border of Texas and Louisiana. Enjoyed my time there, got stupid a few times. The bad thing about Louisiana is if you got a little military sticker on your back bumper or you got an out-of-state plate, you're going to get stopped and they're going to give you a ticket for something. So, there you go. I was having a good time, living life good. Went to the field there. All the plants in that local area are pretty much the same we got here. And I'd gained weight and I'd eat good in the field. Hell, I killed a rattlesnake and cooked that up for the guys. I couldn't find any alligators. It was way too far north. Not enough water at Fort Polk. We built a road to have a training area north of Fort Polk. At that time, we called it Peason Ridge. Had a young butter bar from Germany. I'm not Germany, Georgia. And, oh my God, this guy didn't know how to lime a base. He put in culverts all wrong, didn't put the sidewalls on it, and it rained the last day we were there. We had the road almost finished. Washed out all of his culverts. Needless to say, the rank had spent $1 million or $2 on that road, and they were not happy at all. But I said, well, here's how we do it down here. I said, you got to slope your road a little bit. It can't be perfectly flat. And those walls there, they got to be 4 times wider than your culvert on each side so the water runs around them instead of running and washing the pipe out of the ground. So, red clay, put lime all over it, water it down so it hardens, cover the top of rock. So, I was having a good time at Fort Polk. It was okay. I got in trouble over there. Wasn't trying to. Because I wouldn't re-enlist, they wouldn't let me. Every time I'd make a dental appointment trying to get my teeth fixed, because there wasn't any dental in Germany unless you took the bus and it was an all-day trip just to get a cavity filled or something. So, had a dental office up there where I was at, but every time I got an appointment, lieutenants and sergeants would make sure that you couldn't make your appointment, so that after you missed 3 appointments, they ban you from getting any further treatment at that post. So that's what happened to my teeth. Had a wreck, knocked my 2 front teeth. They were loose forever, and I finally pulled them damn things out myself. Got me a bottle of whiskey, got a pair of pliers, and grinned and bared it. And hadn't been sorry ever since, I'll tell you the truth about that. But for the year's out, I'll go get all my bad teeth pulled and probably get some upper dentures. See what they can do at the bottom. They're still fairly good on the bottom, but top teeth are crap. Anyway, that was my ending in Germany. My fourth, pretty much just a summary of what I did at Fort Polk. I had some good friends that had come from all the way from basic. There were different units in Germany, and we all flew back, and we were all up north in Fort Polk in the old barracks. But not too bad. Had a good friend. I never was a drinker or smoker or none of that stuff till I went in the military. In fact, I didn't start smoking until I was 28. And couldn't handle my liquor, couldn't handle my beer. So, made a fool out of myself plenty of times, that old crap. And don't do near as much of it anymore. And if I do, I'll make sure I'm at home, and it's near bedtime, I'll drink. I might drink half a beer, and next thing I know, it's morning, and half a beer sitting there hot and flat. So, you know. But anyway, we'll talk about my end of my time in the military and running into the girl I went to high school with. I eventually married about 1.5 2 years later. And it's going to be a pretty long part, because we're married 13.5 years. We're both, I think I was 38, she was 37. She had her midlife crisis, lost 100 pounds. Yeah, she's a little fat girl. And how that all went, and the troubles that caused me, and the time I was single for a couple of years, and married a Filipina, came back to the States, filled out all her visa stuff to get here, and then I found out she was living with the father of her child, and got an annulment and so on and so forth. But we'll cover that in the next video. And enjoy your work week. Thank God that you have the ability to get up off of it and get to doing something, so you're not bored with your life. You're enjoying it, because you're physically active, mentally active. You're moving through the world. You're producing a product that others can use, so you serve a useful purpose on the earth. By the way, happy Sunday to everybody. Happy Monday if you're on the other side of the world. And we'll hit you with another video as soon as possible. So thanks for listening. Bye.